Hi boys, what's going on? So today we're going to be doing a different video. This video is going to be on this new Demon Slayer game that's coming out pretty soon. I just had to talk about it because usually Demon Slayer games are all the same. They have the same progression. You start bandit beating, and then you do final selection, and then you go bandit beat some more. And then yet you're breathing whatever else. But this game is actually really unique, and it actually incorporates permadeath, wiping, and all that stuff. You get banned if you die. It's very hardcore, but I'll just explain it very briefly. This game is called Demon Slayer Humanity's Fate V2 because there was a V1. Apparently I've never played that one, but there was. And in this game, it is a Demon Slayer game, obviously, so there's going to be multiple races, and you can actually be a civilian, and that's viable, which is interesting. You don't have to be a Demon Slayer or a demon, you can just be a civilian if you want to. But yeah, for access, it is $11 in the Discord. It's pretty cheap, and you also get to invite a friend for free if you get that. Wave and Tester are completely different. If you want to pay $30 for Tester, it's completely different because if you get Tester, then you actually do get to play the game even when it's like in downtime. So like I'm playing right now, you could play right now if you got Tester, but it's $30. So personally, I just get the $11 one because it's a lot cheaper and you also get to invite a friend. But yeah, it is in a CC state right now. I don't know if they're going to release it for free, but right now it is only closed community, paid access kind of thing, because they do want to keep the community lore based, and I get that. They want to keep it small. Makes sense, but you know, I'm just saying if you do want access, it is pretty cheap compared to like JJK Infinite, you know. Now, as I said previously, this game is going to be very hardcore. I'm only going to be going over the progression and all that basic stuff in this video just to show you what it is like a demo, like a test run kind of. So I'll just hop right into the progression as we're here. Progression in this game is going to be very hardcore. There's going to be two forms of progression. First is the classic, you know, doing quests, bandit beating, exploring the map, all that shit. You get EXP from doing a lot of things. But the best way to get EXP is probably got to be the hardcore / PD events. PD standing for permadeath. And permadeath in this game is exactly what it sounds like. If you die in those events, you wipe. Very similar to like Rogue Lineage, games like that, hardcore games that just wipe you, maybe even Deep Broken. And just a brief touch on the space, if you're wondering, the combat is parry based, and also it does have some true stun elements, which is kind of weird, but I'll get into that later. It's not very hard to explain, it's just a little weird to explain. Anyways, once you get EXP in these permadeath events, you will get Breath Mastery / Blood Demon Art Mastery, and on top of that, you'll get regular mastery and some skill points if you level up. Now, skill points, if you hold M, you go into your skill tree. This skill tree, I'm not going to fully explain it because there's a lot of stuff here, but basically there's mind, body, and soul. These are three categories. Body is basically all your stuff like strength, like your M1 damage, your speed, your fists, all that stuff. Body also has the double jump. These are little special abilities. Anything on the left side where it has like these prongs, these you can only get one of. Like in mind, you can only get one of these three categories. In soul, you can only get one of these two. In body, it's the same, one of these three. I got double jump, but honestly, I suggest getting battle rage because it is a lot better. Same for mind, definitely get uproar because it is very useful for getting out of combos. It's basically a combo escape, and you can just get out of jail free. Now that we've covered the skill tree very briefly, it's pretty simple. All you do is level up, you get points, and that's the gist of it. However, there are also other stats that you need to train up, such as your breath, your agility, your endurance, all that stuff. You need to train it up by doing other things. So how do you do those? Well, there is this little test thing that I got him to spawn over here, and these will help you to train your agility, right? These boulders. So there's a bunch of different like mechanics in this game to training up your special stats. Like if you get max into agility, you will get a very fast dash. But yeah, as you can see, I just obtained another mastery point in agility. Pretty easy, doesn't take too long, but it is kind of grindy. And the first couple of weeks will probably be like people grinding up this stuff. Since this is a hardcore game, it's going to take a long time to grind. And apparently, since the methods for everything is going to be secret, nobody will know how to do anything. By the way, this game is very lore heavy, and what that means in a nutshell is basically the lore plays a massive role in how the game develops. Like, say the Slayer Core is not formed yet. This game takes place before the Slayer Core is formed, and we're going to start out like the first month being the Oni Hunters, which is in the lore, in the actual Demon Slayer like manga, that is predating the Demon Slayer Corps. So Oni Hunters is going to be the original thing. They have white outfits, and it's actually really sick. I'm not going to get too in-depth to the other stuff, but I just wanted to say the lore in this game is very expansive. Everything down from the players' clans, to the factions, to the events, to the actions that individual players take even. If you do something that impactful, you can change the entire game for everyone. If someone important dies in this game, they get a gravestone. That's how important this game's lore is. It has an actual story and a legacy that you can leave behind as you play it. Now, dying is probably inevitable in this game. I don't see anybody surviving forever unless you are like Upper Moon 1 and you've got a spec. But I'm not going to touch too much on that either. I just want to get over the basic points like the progression, the lore in this game, and what will make it fun. The thing that would make this game the most fun probably is going to be playing with other people, because this game is very heavily community based. So once you join a faction or a family or something in the lore, you'll be that much more immersed. It's very insane. Either way, breathing styles, I'll touch over them briefly as well, but there is not that many, because obviously this is before the Slayer Corps is created. So I'll just show you over here. We have water, wind, thunder, flame, and we have sound. I don't know why we have sound instead of like stone, but it is what it is. I feel like stone would be more lore accurate, but I mean, I'm not complaining because sound is dope. But you also need special katanas just to get sound, so I can't showcase that right now, but I will showcase the other ones. This is water. My clan, my family clan, is royal. It is one of the 13 noble clans, or noble families I should say, and I get a special trait in my character. I'll briefly touch over this too. So, character name Miyako. Miyako is basically a clan of healers, so they get healing buffs, and they are also affinity. Their affinity is water, basically. You can see that right here in your traits. Family name Miyako. Blood condition normal blood. You can get special blood as well. You can get a born trait randomly. You don't have to be a special clan to get a special trait, but the noble clans, I'm pretty sure, get like element specific ones. Like mine, I get a water buff, and also everything that offshoots from water. So offshoots are things like serpent, flower, and insect. If those ever do come out, then I will get a buff on those. This is all your stats. You get kills on human. PD kills are different from regular kills. They give like a lot more EXP because you're literally wiping someone. So it is a lot more EXP to do. PD events also give you a bunch of EXP. Even if you don't do anything, you'll still get EXP as long as you survive. All PD events will be different. They're not going to be the same because they're held by different families of nobles in the game. So they're going to be all different events. Like my family's noble event is going to be the festival where we celebrate and, you know, have a bunch of free healing and all that stuff. It's basically like a giant summer festival. The other groups will have different events for PD. Some might have battle arenas, some might have battle royales, some might just strip all your stuff and then make you do a mini game. I don't know, and I can't tell you because this game is very lore based and we don't want any spoilers. So this is your character level, and it shows you your level. You also need to progress through demon / slayer / civilian ranks just so that you can get like more levels and more breathing stuff. It's basically like a soft cap until you rank up. To rank up, the easiest way is doing PDs, but you can also do it just by bandit beating if you want to do it that way, but it just takes a lot longer. So anyways, I'll just showcase the breathings right now. This one is water. The Z skill is water surface slash. It's a little dash and just, you know, teleports you a little bit. Then we have X, which is the water wheel. Now water wheel is really OP. It's a combo center, does a lot of damage. Z is also a combo center. That's why I love water, I'm not gonna lie. I only went water because of this. And C, water basin, very good move. It also stuns them on the floor, but this guy doesn't get hit stunned for some reason. And the last move, which is my favorite move, and it is very OP, is R, which is constant flux. And it is super good for mobility. You go super far, as you can see. And if you M1, you get special M1s that do a lot of damage. It's really OP. And SMA is basically the thing that we're all going to start out with. It's like, oh, this guy's dead. It's basically the fighting style that everybody starts off with if you have sword. If you have fists, it's different, but let me just move this guy over here. So SMA has a combo extender and a combo ender. So X is the combo extender. This move, combo extends, you can just go straight into it, and then usually you end with Z, and it'll cut their arm off and they'll get like stunned. You can sometimes combo extend off of that even if you're good enough, but it's kind of hard. Again, this is the starting thing, and it's going to take a while to get your actual breathing. The only reason it's going to take a while is because nobody knows how, because again, this game is lore based and there is no sun breathing user yet in the lore. At least I don't think, but I don't know. So it's going to progress the same events of the actual Demon Slayer manga. There's going to be a sun breathing user who teaches the Hashiras how to breathe, and then those Hashiras will teach everybody else how to breathe. So it's going to be like that. Now, personally, I would review the entire game before actually deciding to buy it or not. So don't just listen to my opinion, listen to other people's opinions too. See how the game is, look it up on YouTube, look it up on Google. Make sure you ask other people if it's good. But yeah, don't just listen to me, just do your own research as well. I'm just going to tell you the facts of basics of the game, basically. But yeah, that's going to be about it for me. I'll see you next time. Peace.
And I'm the Batman. Got a star on my cap like I'm the captain. With that money it's baby boy, be bad like I'm Jackson. You get your mic jack, we moving like Rambo.